Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your monthly reading for March 2024. This is for Virgo and Virgo rising, and we're going to jump right into it. It is a loaded month. There's a lot happening, but it is a wonderful, gorgeous, very sweet month. It's a very spiritually active, very emotionally moving month as well. I really like March. There's a lot of energy to March and a lot of new beginnings. Here's the thing. With February was so intense. There were so many conjunctions, Pluto being very active. And so I want you to see March as a month where you take all that power, all that accumulated power, because there was so much empowerment energy in February as well, and use it this month. It's like this carryover. It's almost like a video game where you are that character that I don't even play video games, but the one where you get a lot of coins or something and it gives you all this power. Use it now. Use it now to go toward your path to enlightenment, the things that you want. This is the month to do it. Again, this is going to be a month. It's a lot of you're going to feel a lot of compassion this month as well. But again, this refreshing energy to this month. And I'm going to explain why. There's so much happening, but this is a month of new beginnings, especially, we have the equinox this month as well. But one of the main things is the sun moving into Aries. That's going to be really significant for you. That's going to happen on that day. The sun is exalted in Aries. So it is almost like full steam ahead. Go, go, go. It's really nice. The other thing is this is the last month where there are no retrogrades. So when I say things are going to move, things are going to move. Things are going to move really fast for you, especially you're going through a lot of changes. Speaking of Aries, the North Node is in Aries right now in your 8th house, okay? Why is this important? Because that's transformation. 8th house is transformation, life cycles in the month of a new life cycle. Okay, so a new chapter. Now, speaking of the lunar nodes, remember the South Node moved into Libra. And we have our first eclipse this month, the full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. That is right. And so we are entering the Libra, the Aries Libra axis with the eclipses. I mean, we're there, right? We're there. But this is the very first one, and it is in your 2nd house. All right. So we're going to talk about that. Something's going to end in that area where it's this is now leaving my part of my life, and for this new chapter to begin. And the 2nd house is finances, it's money, it's income. It's possibly something where I wouldn't be surprised if some of y'all are moving into places where you get new jobs, where you get promotions, where you start your own business, but there's partnership activity. And this is the biggest theme for you this month, Virgo. Partnerships and relationships. And it can be business, it can be career, it can be love, it can be romance. It's whatever resonates with you. It can be your Uber driver. It doesn't matter. It's just what resonates with you. There's going to be so much activity in your 7th house of partnerships. It's going to be big. The other thing is the 2nd house, if you're not here for money, and there most likely will be a lot of money stuff that's happening, and that's possibly on your mind, Virgo, because the North Node is in Aries in your 8th house, and the 8th house and the 2nd house are the only 2 money houses in the zodiac wheel. So there is possibly something around money and this shift in money in the way that you see it, or how it's coming through or whatnot. But if not, a lot of personal transformation, as well as this boost of confidence, this self-value, self-worth, even material possessions are part of the 2nd house, but those are all part of the 2nd house. But anyway, the other thing about this month is Venus and Mars moving into Pisces. So you see, we still have a lot of activity in Pisces. Speaking of Pisces, we have a new moon in Pisces, which we'll talk about later. But one of the biggest things that's happening this month that you're going to feel a lot is the fact that Mercury will be moving into Aries. Mercury is your ruling planet, so this really affects you. Mercury, the planet of communication, of logic, thinking. Anyway, Mercury is moving into Aries, not for 2 weeks, not for 3 weeks, for 2.5 months. For 2.5 months. That never happens. I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you why later. But again, just know that, March is, if, by the way, you are like a creative type, if you are someone who is like a musician or an artist, interior designer, anything like that, this is your month, okay? Especially when Venus moves into Pisces, because Venus is also exalted in Pisces. Again, we'll talk about those later. Let's go ahead and get your reading started. Speaking of which, if you are new to my channel, after I do your spread, I break it down week by week. I pull a lot more cards and I break down what exactly is happening every week for you to take notes, the good days, the days I want you to watch out for as well. But let's get started, okay? Let's do it, Virgo. Let's see what's going on for you for March 2024. Again, this is for Virgo and Virgo rising. If you want to read for your moon and your Venus, if you know those placements in your birth chart, if you know your birth chart, you are absolutely welcome to. If you want some more insight and intel in those areas of your life. But let's go ahead, get started, Virgo. Now, I do a traditional Cultic cross spread. Really does offer the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we'll pull clarifiers. Secondly, Virgo, you're amazing. You know I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for being here. You know what's going to happen. Speaking of March, daylight savings. Well, if we'll talk about that, but that's the thing. So you're going to see a little bit more light from my window because I do these after work. But let's see what's going on for you, Virgo. Look at you, Virgo. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there is going to be everything that I just said earlier is happening right here. Wow. So hello, you're good. You're going to have a big decision to make. You got the sun. Okay. This is really great. The sun came up in your past. As we know, the sun, like I said, is going to be a really big thing when it moves into Aries. All right. So that new beginning, that refreshing energy. Okay. Revitalization. I can't even say the word, but you even see it here in the sun. This is, one thing that I love about the sun card is like there's so much energy here. If you think about life in general, like we're all alive because of the sun, right? Our solar system exists because of the sun. The sun is a powerful thing, okay? Not only in tarot, being the most powerful symbol in tarot, it's a very powerful thing in the world, but it's that like life force, and I love it. It's like you're entering March, like feeling like things are really great, optimistic. A lot of like freeness is what I'm feeling as well. So this is really nice. One thing that I'm going to point out, especially because you are going through some big transformations, is so let me just show you here. Do you see the red feather coming out of the wisdom child's head? So it references the Fool, okay, like the feather in his cap. And so there is a sense of this newness that I was saying that's happening in March anyway. But for you particularly, yeah, there is something new. And it could be something new that you started as well, okay? It could even just be the sense of like optimism. Like after that full moon in Virgo that we had, it's like there was possibly a lot of like decluttering, possibly a lot of like, clearing the decks, etc. And now you're in it to win it. Now, you got the Knight of Pentacles and the heart of your spread. Keep in mind, this is a monthly reading, not a weekly reading. The Knight of Pentacles, who is Virgo. All right. So very nice. Very, very, very nice. Knight of Pentacles. That's when I say in it to win it, that is what the Knight of Pentacles is. All the knights are active, right? So really taking that action. And it seems like this is a month where you will do that for stability, okay? Especially with finances. Like I said, money's going to be a big thing for you this month, especially because the two money houses in the zodiac wheel are so prominently activated for you. Money and wealth. So it could be that you have planted some seeds, and you could have, and when I say planted seeds, you could have started a new job. You could have started a side hustle. You could have done something differently with money and wealth. But there is a sense of like you putting a lot of activity into having that stability in it for the long haul, like that long-term energy that's coming through. All right. I really, really absolutely love this for you. And there is a lot of patience here. There's a lot with the Knight of Pentacles. Like he's cool. Like just, this is the biggest field in tarot. He's
he's planted a lot of seeds, and now he's just gonna wait and reap his reward. So a lot of investment energy. I wouldn't be surprised if y'all are investing in things right now. It can be, like relationships, it can be real estate, whatever resonates with you. It just seems like there is a sense of like, okay, I want to see this for the long haul now. And I encourage you too. Now, you do have the Six of Pentacles in your challenge area. So there is a sense of, well, two messages coming through. One, if you feel like you're not being supported in some way, you could feel that this month, okay? I want you to always hold on to that gratitude, though. Like, if you're not feeling supported, don't just really think about it. Really, look at it and analyze it. Y'all are the analyzers. So really see what's not working to make it work, okay? And if it is that one thing that you have to leave behind, because there is going to be something that you're going to have to leave with this full moon, lunar eclipse in Libra, it's going to be asking you to leave something behind in terms of money, okay? In terms of salary, finances. Again, it could be just a new job that you're looking forward to. It could be like maybe like now you start your own business, so it's like a whole new thing with finances and stuff. But again, it's Pentacles here, okay? So and we're moving toward that. The other thing that is coming through is that so there could be, in a sense, like it's almost like, how do I say this? It's okay to be really aware of, just be aware of all the gratitude in your life. That really is what it is. Okay. Really be aware of it. There may be some moments this month where it could be like you doubting yourself in terms of helping other people to some capacity. But that's why I wanted you to analyze some things that may not be working out instead of like shutting people off or people that are close to you. I just really think about that. Okay. There could be a little moment that you have, and we do have a couple squares this month that it is gonna affect you. All right. But just let that just hold on to that sun energy, feeling optimistic, everything's going to work out. You're setting things up in it for the long haul, but there could be some aspect that it's just like, okay, I really have to think about this because I feel like there's not support in this area. Okay. Now, you did get the Four of Cups, and that's why I'm harping on that so much, is because you have the Four of Cups in your crown. Now, very interesting with the Four of Cups coming up with the Nine of Swords and the Rudier's spread, there is going to be a sense of it's almost like there's something that you've got to let go. It's something that may be, honestly, it's just reached like a point of fatigue. It could be something that you feel like this month it's like, yeah, I'm just over it. And it's not bringing you that sense of joy. It's not bringing you that emotional fulfillment. But again, gratitude, okay? Even if that does happen, think about, the fact that you do have a roof over your head. Think about the fact that you do have, a Gucci bag, whatever you do, Virgo, what you do, but just be grateful. Maybe not Gucci bag, but just be grateful. Like the fact that, Netflix is the thing. Be grateful for the fact that you got cucumbers. We got cucumbers in this world. They're amazing. Just have that gratitude, knowing that, some people out there don't even have opportunities. But this is a card where it is testing your gratitude. All right. Coming with the Nine of Swords, where it is, again, a sense of other people involved here. And so there could be a sense where you feel, again, maybe not supported. Maybe you're not getting that support. Maybe there is something that is keeping you up at night. Okay. And it is because of something with another relationship. Again, you have so much activity in your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. And there is something that you might have to identify and you may have to work out, but that takes action. Okay. And it takes a moment to like recognize that, even if it is that thing that you do have to leave behind this month, or an aspect of it, be honest with yourself about it. All right. Because swords are truth, right? You see them all stacked over his head here. All right. So there could even be fight over money, or there could be something that, again, I just don't want you to not have that gratitude this month. Gratitude is the highest vibration in the law of attraction. Please just have that gratitude. And I'm just saying that because you have the Four of Cups in your crown, you have the Six of Pentacles in your challenge area, and the Nine of Swords. But then look across your cross, okay? And now look at what's happening here in your future. You have the Two of Swords. So it is time to go within, all right? Because it seems like you're going to have to make a big decision, all right? You're going to have to make a big decision. In order to make that big decision, you have to have a clear head. You have to really trust your intuition. You even see the sliver of the moon here. Now, it is going to be a very, like I said, spiritually active month, very intuitively active month as well. So really trust that. Let your intuition guide you. Second thing I'm going to say is that, two things here. One, this card is actually attributed to Moon in Libra. And remember, I said with this full moon in Libra, that is an eclipse, something's got to go in that area. So it can have to do with a partnership relationship. All right. Libra is a native ruler, but also we've got Saturn, Venus, Mars, Neptune, all these planets in Pisces in your seventh house of relationships. Secondly, remember, Libra rules your second house of money and finances. And so there is something that there's something money related for sure. Money related for sure. It's not, and I don't want you to think it's a bad thing, okay? Because you do have the Knight of Pentacles and the Heart of your spread. It's just that decision that you have to make. Let's get to your stuff. All right. So, and it could be, and again, it can be, there's a lot of water in this card. So it could be like something that may be a little bit emotional for you that you really, really have to think about. So, Virgo, if you like this reading, would be great. If you like, subscribe, leave comments, talk to me. All right, talk to me. Tell me what's going on, and communicate this month. Remember, you got Mercury in Aries. Okay, Mercury in Aries. There's going to be a big thing. All right, so there again could be a lot of conversations about investments anyway in your eighth house, and Virgo, I love you. Okay, so let's. Oh, and you're good. Oh gosh, you're fine. You're good. Oh, look at that. You're good. I don't just come on, Virgo. Look at this. So you got the Nine of Wands. I'm not surprised. A lot of people have been getting the Nine of Wands for their March read. So again, there could be like this big squeeze. So even though we have like all this energy in Pisces, right? All these planets in Pisces, Saturn is still there, and Saturn keeps moving forward. We just had that Saturn Kazemi. So there is like still like there could be something where just like it's almost like just don't give up, okay? Just don't give up. If there is some decision that you have to make or something that just like, this is just like a thing and I'm just going to ignore it. No, don't ignore it, but just also don't give up. Like really face those things, okay? You really, really want to bring peace to some things. But this is really nice because it and if there's anything I have to say is like, you're good. You're fine. And so in order to have like all this abundance that you clearly see here, you're going to have to make some sort of decision, but you also like can't give in, okay, for everything that you're going to be working hard for in March. All right. Now you have the King of Cups, which is absolutely amazing. Love the fact that you got the King of Cups in your external factors area. So the King of Cups leads with his heart, has so much heart, love to give, someone who has a lot of emotional stability, and so also very intuitive. He is like the most psychic king. All right, so there is someone could be like in your life that is, remember, there's a sense of like other people involved in your life, and especially through partnerships this month. But with the King of Cups being here, there, yeah, for sure, there could be some decision that you have to make where there could be someone that is very influential and really actually like supports you through this. There could also be someone that this decision that you have to make is about that is might be actually hard for you because they are so like they could be a little bit sensitive too. And it could be a Scorpio, by the way, because King of Cups is Scorpio, but just maybe Scorpio rising. But even still, there is like this element of through it all. It's like you absorbing, like you becoming emotionally stable this month as well, like feeling that you're definitely going to, whatever happens here, whoever it is, it's like it's almost like fueling you to be emotionally like knowing that you're on top of your emotions. Now, you have another king. You have the King of Pentacles. You got the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles here. So it's like money is you just want. It's like money is going to be a big thing. Okay, money. King of Pentacles. By the way, this is really great. Okay, because he is the richest king, and it's almost like that's all you want. It's like to be at a point where you don't have to like worry about money. You don't have to stress about money. You don't, like you're going to be fine. You hold the golden scepter. Okay. You're on top of your money. Okay. You see his hand even on top of the pentacle, unlike the Queen of Pentacles, which is like giving. This is like owning your wealth, owning your money, knowing that like you're good. Like look at all the harvest. I say it all the time. Look at his robe. You can't even distinguish his robe from the harvest. I mean, that robe, he didn't get that at Target. That is handmade. That's custom made. This guy is rich. Okay. And so there is a sense of you want this, all you want right now is just focusing on that, having this, and it's not just money, it's like wealth in your world, in your orbit, in your like reality. Pentacles are your physical reality. So feeling that wealth in life, and it can be even like spiritually too. All right. Especially actually because the King of Pentacles is Taurus. All right. And remember, you have Jupiter and Uranus, two planets are going to be very active this month in Taurus in your 9th house of spirituality through a month that's very spiritually active with all this Pisces energy. So could be like spiritual wealth and like even like wealth and knowledge, but even still like there is like this sense of like wealth that is looking good for you. You're the Ace of Cups and your final outcome. You're good. You're fine. You're fine. You're good. You're good. Whatever happens, it seems like something new is coming through. Something new that is going to be like rapturous, like intense joy and pleasure. I always say like when this card comes up, which by the way, this is like the holy grail of tarot. This is like we call it the heart of tarot. This is your emotions. You see the streams overflowing from the chalice here. I mean, you're good. Now, big thing is like new relationship happening. Okay. Can be career, can be love, but whatever's emotionally fulfilling for you. Secondly, I'm getting a big refresh or revitalization. Did I try to say that word earlier? In a current relationship could also happen too, but even still, one reason why I'm harping on relationships is because cups do represent love and relationships, but you also see the dove here. Okay. You see the dove at the top. Now, doves are the universal symbol for peace and harmony, but doves also mate for life. Remember, you already have the Knight of Pentacles in the heart of your spread with that longevity energy, right? So you're good. You're absolutely good. There is going to be something that happens this month that's new, that fulfills you emotionally. There's this new beginning that you're going toward. It's amazing. Now, Virgo, let's break it down. Let's see what's going on for you week by week. Now, the first week of March. I talked about last week, the biggest week is, or the best weekend of March is actually the first weekend. It's, we have the Sun, Sextile, Jupiter. Absolutely amazing. And this is really good for you because it's your 9th house. So the 9th house is spirituality. It's your belief system. It's the way you see things. It's also education. Some of y'all learning something. There could be something about education here, whether you're learning something new, whether you have a lot of optimism. I mean, this weekend is very optimistic, especially on the first. And remember, you already got that here with the sun. Okay. And so there is this sense of like, even like you can find a lot of luck and joy around. Remember, Jupiter is good luck. It's good fortune. It's prosperity. So you could find a lot of that. So it is a special day that I really like, and some travel stuff for y'all. Are y'all traveling? There could be some traveling stuff. Some of y'all could find out like maybe like you get an agent or a book published or something as well. Anyway, let's move forward. So on the 8th, Mercury conjuncting Neptune. I love this. I absolutely love this. It's a magical day. It's really dreamy, and it's a really great day to communicate the things that you need. Keep in mind, remember, this is a conjunction. It's very powerful, and it's also Mercury and Neptune are in Pisces and your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. I would not be surprised if you have these like big dreams for like a certain kind of partnership. Okay. Now on the 9th, Mars Mars is going to square Uranus. So this is when things get really interesting here. Mars, it's a square, so it's a little challenging. It's a little competitive, even could be like competitive energy. Mars, as we know, can be a little aggressive, especially in a square. Okay. A little, assertive. And, Mars is actually still in Aquarius at this point. Remember, Aquarius is that like rebellious energy as well. So, will there be a power trip or a power struggle or something to that effect? Possibly. Yeah. Yeah, possibly. But this is a day where you just want to be cool. Stay frosty. Be you. Okay. Be you. Like that gratitude. Remember, hold on to that gratitude. That's all you got to do. And then you're going to be fine. Just don't poke any bears. Don't poke any bears this day. Don't let any bears poke you. Okay. You're going to be fine. If you need to have, I just saw that movie Barbie recently. So I've been making this reference. Like if Ryan Gosling comes up and does his like dance off, like me, I'm Ken, just tap into your inner Margot Robbie, right? Have that compromise with him. And because there might be someone that's just like gonna try to do a dance off with you this day. All right. They just remember it's like a competitive day too. Just be cool. Have that compromise. You're going to be fine. Now, one of the reasons why I think that you're going to be really fine is because the same day the sun will sextile Uranus as well. So it's almost like anything that may be challenging, it's like what happens after is surprisingly good. Everything just kind of works out in your favor in this surprising way. It's really, really nice. It could be like this really big breakthrough that you have. So whatever also happens that's really challenging could be really good for you in terms of you see something that gives you this moment of like breakthrough. All right. So really, really love it. It also is the same day that Mercury moves into Aries. So again, this is just a lot of stimulation, a lot of ideas that you may have that are spurred at this point. You could really, really be very communicative. Now, remember, Mercury doesn't go retrograde until April. So this is nice. Mercury being in Aries. All right. This is really, really nice. And again, that is your 8th house. So a lot of personal transformation, but also like shared resources, money matters, joint like investments, bonuses, commissions, debts, even karmic debts as well. That like paying them off. Like this is, but even still, like just know that this is you could just be like mentally like active. Mercury being your ruling planet. Now, so let's see what's going on for you. All right, Virgo, for the first week of March. Two of Pentacles. So when I say money's going to be a thing for you, like you're probably already thinking about something regarding money. I mean, you have the Two of Swords here, but you also have the Two of Pentacles now. Yeah. Okay. So keep that in mind. It's almost like there is this balance of, this is a card with a lot of imbalance, by the way. And it really is this sense of like things have to come together now. Okay. And so you've got to do what you got to do. We call him the juggler, right? You see a lot of the waves are a little off. He's got a foot off the ground. The pentacles are. So there is a sense of like letting things come together, knowing what that is, recognizing what that is. And it maybe just, maybe you have to drop one of those pentacles to prioritize one pentacle. Remember, you have the Knight of Pentacles and the heart of your spread, but it's also like, maybe you don't have to. Maybe you just have to prioritize, like have a stronger grip on one over the other, but really, really pay attention to that. Okay. And also communicate. Now, the second week of, where are we? March. Oh, on March 10th. Okay. Here we go. You got the new moon in Pisces. So, hello. Remember, this is in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. I would not be surprised if some of y'all start a new job, if you start a new relationship, if you meet someone. All right, you better go. If you're single, oh my goodness, if you do not take advantage of this new moon, I say it all the time. I'm coming over with my crystals. We're going to get on your Tinder. We're going to like go through some people together. Okay. This new moon in Pisces, by the way, I really, really, really love. it's very meditative. It's very like healing. It's very spiritual. It's very like Tulum, like 1980s. It really is like it's Pisces is like faith too, and a lot of imagination, a lot of creativity, but it's such a nice new moon. And so definitely set intentions, like definitely make things happen, like set intent. I mean, listen, people ask me a lot about that. Like I read your comments. And so it really is like, think about like, we have been, if we go back to the dawn of time, ancient civilizations, they would do rituals around new moons. It worked. Okay. So set intentions, put your energy out there in terms of what you want to manifest. I want you to take advantage of this new moon in Pisces. On the same day, what's really interesting, Mercury will sextile Pluto. Very, very interesting. Mercury, again, is your ruling planet, sextiling Pluto, which is in Aquarius, which represents your sixth house, and you are the native ruler of the sixth house. So there is a sense of like selflessness and sense of like giving and sense of like, I really like it, but there is also a sense of like, maybe there is some big secret that comes out around this time as well. Pluto represents the underworld, right? So think about the Mariana Trenches. That's deep. There's been more people to space than the Mariana Trenches. Think about all the mysteries that exist down there. Okay. So this is a time where some of that may be like coming up now. Okay. So they're like really, really deep things, because Pluto has that element of mystery and depth, that I've talked about, and even intensity in terms of like, sex. Okay. There a lot of exploring your sexuality, maybe relationships, at this point as well. But even still, just know that there is some things that may be dug up, and it may not be you. It could be someone that reveals secrets to you around this time. Like it could be the fact that your, roommate says that they are secretly Bugs Bunny, and you're like, oh, I did not know that. That explains a lot. Okay. Now, on the 11th, we have daylight savings here, okay? U.S., North America. Anyway, but okay, so on the 11th, Venus is moving into Pisces. This is absolutely amazing. You're going to love this. Venus is exalted in Pisces. We all love Venus in Pisces. So are you going to feel really good when it comes to relationships and partnerships? Yes. This is sweet. This is beautiful. Very creative energy. This is very artsy, very artistic, very like if you are a, like I said, like a chef, interior designer, an artist, an actor, you're going to feel this. You're going to feel this. You're going to feel so inspired. I absolutely love this. So at this point, we got the Sun, Venus, Neptune, and Saturn in Pisces. And let's see what's going on for you for the second week of March. You're good. When I say money is it's going to be a thing. Now, you just got the Page of Pentacles the week of the new moon, okay? Page is bringing that new energy. You're there is definitely something, and I want you to set those intentions, okay? Because there is something, it seems like, that you're really compelled by at this point, that you really, really want, okay? And it could have to do with money and wealth. I mean, it is Pentacles, but let me remind you, physical reality. In fact, Pentacles are earthbound and so are Pages, so this is double Earth, and it goes well with you. You being an Earth sign, Page of Pentacles has a lot of Virgo actually in him, and so not only did you get the Page of Pentacles, you got the Knight of Pentacles too, and the King of Pentacles. So with all these other Pentacle cards, but you see what's happening here. So like when I say money's gonna be a big thing for y'all, it's got to be a big thing for y'all. But if you're not here for money, if you are Barbara Corcoran watching this right now and saying, money, I got enough of that, tell me something else, Jimmy. It really is like there could be something in terms of your physical transformation. Personal transformation. Well, it could be physical too, but your personal transformation or your, feeling like a lot of confidence and feeling the value that you bring to things in life. Okay. So, but even still, there's something being rooted right now, something that's so grounding, the Page of Pentacles. I really love it. And it's just, there is something that is going to be new that's happening for you. And you're going to start feeling a lot of it the third week. Okay. I'm just going to point out real quick. And of course, with these aspects, I'll talk about it more in the weekly readings. Just mark March 17th in your notebook if you're taking notes. The Sun conjuncting Neptune. We have another conjunction. This is really, 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 really deep. This is really deep, and Neptune is all imagination. So this day is like a fairy tale. A lot of compassion with Neptune. Remember, they're both like the Sun and Neptune are in Pisces. You're just imagination. It really will feel like a fairy tale this day. And you may just have like these beautiful thoughts in your head. And I love it. Now on the 19th, we have the spring equinox in the Northern Hemisphere, and fall in the Southern Hemisphere. And it's the same day that the Sun does move into Aries. This is going to be pretty big. Especially because not only do we have all this energy that's going to start building up in Aries, but it's leading up to the new moon total eclipse in Aries next month in April. And again, Virgo, for you particularly, the fact that it is in your 8th house of transformation, just imagine your life is just going to start changing in this big, deep way. All right. So, Sun exalted in Aries. Sun does really well in Aries, and it's very interesting. It does. You will feel very driven, very passionate. Just think new beginnings around this time. On the 21st, we have the Sun sextiling Pluto. This is empowerment like you wouldn't even know. You are going to feel in charge in the moment. You're going to be kicking down doors saying, where's my money? Like this is a big day. And again, you will know. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about like the week of, but this is one of those days where it's like, if you need to feel heard, you will be. Okay. You will be. Now, on the same day, Venus will conjunct Saturn, another conjunction that's very powerful. And this is in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So it's almost like mixing fun with like being serious about things now. And but again, it's almost like it aligns perfectly with everything that's happening in your spread. That Knight of Pentacles energy, okay? But we'll talk about it more. We'll talk about it more. It's just really just that stability that Saturn brings. Like the Knight of Pentacles, there is like this sense of stability that you're seeking. And then March 22nd, Mars moves into Pisces. So now we got Venus and Mars in Pisces all of April. All of April, a lot of chemistry here with these two, all right? Remember, they're in Pisces in your 7th house of partnerships, relationships. Mars is just Mars is energy, okay? And interestingly, when I said physical transformation before, Mars is like even like physical energy. It's like you'll feel it, and it's so nice. It's so nice here. All right, so there is a sense of like that drive, but even like spiritually, I really like this. I really like this for you. But remember, they're both in your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. So you will feel some movement there. So let's see oh my gosh, how funny is that? So literally that card flipped over when I said movement. And this card is all about everything just aligning for you and things moving fast for you and things happening for you. We'll use that as a clarifier for the 3rd week, but that's crazy. That's cool. But let's see what's going on for you for the, where are we? 3rd week of March. And you're good. You got the Queen of Swords. So yeah, things are going to be moving really fast for you. What I really love about this is a Sagittarius card, but it's actually attributed to Mercury in Sagittarius. Remember, Mercury is in Aries, but Mercury is going to be very active this month. Mercury is all about think, like new ideas that are forming for you too as well. With the Queen of Swords here, which is very interesting because swords are the mental suit as well. So this is, again, a lot of power, a lot of empowerment, a lot of just head above the clouds, really leading with your head at this point, and really just, remember I talked about that empowerment energy, like you kicking down doors. That's like you're good. Now, what's really interesting here, and this is like where there's gonna be a week. This is a week where things are just gonna be moving fast for you, but it's also mentally, like again, that mental stimulation that may be happening for you. What's really interesting here is that the Queen of Swords is Libra. Okay. And so with the fact that you got the Queen of Swords and the Two of Swords, which again is attributed to Libra, remember that not only Libra is the native ruler of partnerships and relationships, where you already have a lot of activity happening there, but Libra rules your second house of money. So again, money stuff, money matters is a big thing this month. Now, last week of March, we have on March 25th, the big day, the full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. Okay, so you see how you're like leading up to that. Remember that decision you have to make. This is actually moon in Libra in your future. And now we've come to your future here in the full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. Remember, this is such a big thing. Something's got to go. Remember, full moons, culmination, turning points, things coming to an end. And this is, we're talking about the nodes, right? So the lunar nodes. There is a touch of fate and destiny and like your calling and whatnot that's associated with this. So there is something that is coming to an end, and it's almost like full stop. Like it's almost like you're aware of this thing coming to an end, or you needing something to come to an end. Eclipses are not only game changers, but they are also, it's the full moon times infinity, right? The eclipses are strong, and often things are eclipsed from our lives as well. So just know at this point, you're going to start seeing like, well, what is my purpose? Well, this is my purpose. You may even be asking yourself like, what has reached that point of fatigue? What is something that I have to just now let go? Okay. To let all these new things in, these auspicious new things that are already happening for you. Where is it? Right here, the Ace of Cups, near final outcome. But remember, full moons do illuminate. And so it is asking, you may be asking at some point, like, what is in my way that I need to remove so I can have move forward a lot more freely. To be honest, this eclipse is very liberating. Okay. I want you to feel it as liberating. And then just a few days later on March 28th, Venus will sextile Uranus. So again, I absolutely love this, and it could have to do with partnerships. This could be, if you're single, this is a great day to meet. This is a sliding doors moment. This is where you can meet your soulmate, like in some random karaoke bar singing Nirvana, whatever you do, you Virgo. But this is and even if you're in a relationship, Uranus is all about breakthroughs and the unexpected. Like maybe you are in a relationship and y'all, I don't know, find a rabbit, okay, in your garden, and you nurse that rabbit, and that rabbit is rekindles some spark in your relationship. There's just something that's going to happen that's magical around this day that I really like. Okay, so with that said, let's see what's going on for you for the last week of March. And you got the Queen of Cups, you're good. You got the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. You're fine. You're good. Virgo, great month for you. Just, have that gratitude. You got things happening for you. You got a lot of stability here. You got the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups and the Ace of Cups. You have the Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. I mean, you're good. You're set up. You are set up in a great way. You got the Sun with the Ace of Cups. I mean, you're really, really, really great here. Just have that gratitude for everything. And, you've got all these new things happening in your life. Just this alone, I mean, you got the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. There it is. But then with these three Pentacles too, so emotionally fulfilling month, but very intuitive month as well. But also definitely money stuff. definitely money stuff. Virgo, you're amazing. Thanks so much. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Let me know what's going on with y'all. Very excited. Very excited. Next week we'll dive deeper into these aspects. Virgo, y'all are amazing. Look, it's dark now. It's okay. Anyway, you will see more light starting in March. Virgo, thanks so much. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.